and hello and welcome to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, the no throne Cicerone. And welcome back to stream, folks. Happy Wednesday, Merry Wednesday, one and all. It is good to see you here today. Today, of course, we are going back to the land of Hyrule as we tackle The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Very much appreciate your company. Yeah, so very much looking forward to today's run. As always, the first run of the week is always the most exhausting one. And that is simply because, of course, we just finished our work week. It is late in the evening of our last day of work. And generally, if I was a young fella, I would probably be incredibly energetic. But today I am not a young fella. Let me simply say that. It's been an interesting week, of course. A few happenings around the world, but of course we're not talking about happenings around the world today. I guess before we move on to our usual risky business, let's go ahead and introduce our friend Churro, who is hiding over there. He's just not being on his bed. Let me try and bring him over. Churro, of course, is my trusty partner, and he loves treats. And one way to get him to go to his bed, where his camera is located, is for us to chuck a treat in that direction. So let me try and do that. Whoa. And there he goes. You can see his butt. Now you know that he exists, and of course, as soon as that happens, he has decided to go back to his hiding spot. I should really do something about that. It certainly doesn't showcase his majesticity. The other thing that we do around here, of course, is we talk about ales, and today it is no different. Today we have an interesting beer. Let's go ahead and check out the ales cam over here. And that's a Who Garden glass, of course. But what we have here today for y'all is a helping from Athletic Brewing. Athletic Brewing is a non-alcoholic beer brewery, and this is no different. This is their Wits Peak, and as you can see, it's kind of a nice can. You got some cool colors with the sky, you got some clouds, you got a horizon, you got a person walking, and then you got some yellow and orange sands. I definitely like the simplicity in Athletic Brewing's can designs. Now, what exactly is Wits Peak? Wits Peak is a Belgian-style white. When you hear white beer, what you're actually thinking about, what you're actually talking about, is a wheat beer. Well, what exactly is a wheat beer? A wheat beer is a beer that doesn't only have barley. Barley is generally what you expect in a beer. But in addition to that, you have a good helping of wheat also in the malt. And what that allows the beer to have is a quality where it's a little bit frothier, a little bit more voluminous. It has a slightly more toothsome taste, I like to think. There's two main traditions of wheat beer out there. One of them, of course, is the German tradition. In Germany, wheat beers are generally known as Hefeweizens. And they, because of the rule that suggests that they cannot change a beer recipe, the rule known as Reinheitsgebot, their wheat beer is largely made from malt, water, hops, and yeast. And they've certainly perfected it. If you ever taste a Hefeweizen, you will taste a delicious, bready, banana-like beer. Lots of cloves flavors. It's quite delicious, quite sumptuous. The other great tradition, of course, is the Belgian tradition. And in Belgium, wheat beers are known as wheat beer, W-I-T bière. And the style of those particular beers, not only does this possess some of the wheat qualities that we've already described, but it also is a hotbed for a lot of the Belgian traditions, which includes the addition of spices and natural fermentation done by wild yeast. Now, the general spices that you see in a wheat beer from Belgium includes things like coriander, citrus peel, and I believe it's cardamom as well. So yeah, and of course peppercorn really gives a lot of the identity to a wheat beer from Belgium. But that's enough about me japping, enough about me gabbing. Let's actually go ahead and taste this thing. But of course, we have to take one more deviation here. Let's go ahead and see what Untapped has to say on this particular beer. Let's go to this side. Okay, so Wits Peak by Athletic Brewing Company. It is a non-alcoholic wheat beer. Only 0.5% alcohol by volume, of course. Wits Peak is a lively and luminous Belgian-style white with ingredients that pay homage to the old world style. It's built upon classic flavors of wheat and malt interwoven with exotic spices and citrus peel. And you know what? Who doesn't love exotic spices? I sure do. Coriander and orange dance across the palate alongside a light, crisp, herbal bitterness. Smooth, silky, and curiously savory. It's beautifully layered and wonderfully bright. So there you go. A relatively nice and delectable description right there. It hit a lot of the points that we had already hit. Let's actually go ahead and taste this thing for good measure. Okay, well, as I suggested earlier, we have our Hoegaarden glass today. And the reason why I picked it today is simply because I knew that we were having a wheat beer. Of course, generally, if you're having a drink from Belgium, a beer from Belgium, you generally have a tulip glass. But today we're going with Hoegaarden, okay? Hoegaarden. Let's go ahead and actually pour this. There we go. Let's see, leave that for reference right there. Bring this a little bit closer. So, as you can see, it's got a good head of foam. Generally, wheat beers are unfiltered, which suggests that they have a slightly heftier body. I remember that from the one time that I had Athletic Brewing's wheat beer, it wasn't as full-bodied as I would have liked. Let's go ahead and actually taste this thing. Famanale, dear viewer, thank you so much for being here today. And so I can tell you that it's got some of those nice spices. You definitely have that citrus peel edge. You can definitely taste that light herbal quality to it, almost like a light green tea. You've got some nice hefty what am I thinking here? A nice body, a 2 out of 5 in terms of body composition. That being said, for a wheat beer, I would generally expect something around a 3. It is actually creamy, very light in terms of hop quality. Nothing really to speak of in terms of the bitters. And like I said, only lightly robust. This is actually far more approachable, and it speaks to the Athletic Brewing style. Generally, Athletic Brewing fashions itself as a brewery that's catered toward athletes, and I want to say that the majority of their beers are tailored to be a lot more drinkable, something that you might drink whenever you are, I don't know, going out for a trot, as they say. But yeah, it's delicious. I just wish that it had a little bit more body. In terms of flavor, though, it's spot on. Let's go ahead and actually give this one a rating, and we are giving Wits Peak from Athletic Brewing Company a 3.25. Right on. Beautiful. So we've got it. But with that, let's actually go ahead and talk about what we're playing today. Let's turn off the Ales cam. We will be playing The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. We made it past the second dungeon, which means that we are about to go to the Skull Woods. Hence why I decided to call this particular stream S-Kewl Woods, because we're hip like that. We like to say kill instead of cool. Question of the night for y'all, in case you're interested. Question of the night: what do you like on toast? And funny reason how I came up with this particular question. I was actually thinking about the last Saturday I had breakfast and I decided to make waffles. And I generally put very unconventional things on waffles. Today, or rather last Saturday, I decided to have some kaya on my waffle. Kaya, if you've ever been to Malaysia, Singapore, or East Asia, is this cream made of like eggs and pandan. And I think maybe banana, I'm not sure, but it's mostly pandan, which is like the sweet tree. It is a very common sweet flavor in Singapore and Malaysia. Singapore, of course, is where my significant other is from. So I like to put that on my waffle, and of course, what happens is I end up with a very green waffle. I also like to put it on toast. It's delicious. It's very eggy and sweet. What else do you want? But with that, let's go back to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And let's put up that volume. Let's lower that. And certainly let me know if that is too loud. I think that should be right about where we want it. Of course, we are playing on the Switch, and we are using the Switch Pro controller, which works relatively well for Super Nintendo games, Game Boy Advance games. I want to say also Nintendo games, not for N64 games, of course. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't remember if I'm supposed to start from... You know what? I'm gonna probably say start from save place. Level 2, the Swamp Palace. Wait, are we actually at the Swamp Palace? Wait a second. Did we only get a single crystal? Wow. I guess I thought that that I had completed the second palace. There goes that assumption. Let's go ahead and well, actually, now that we've made this terrible mistake, maybe what we're gonna do is, rather than go to the palace and give people what they want, we're gonna actually do this thing where we get the bird for the ocarina. So let's do that. I think this adds some great functionality to you know, just warping around the world. So it would be nice to actually get to use that. Finally. As you can see right now, it doesn't call anybody, but I believe that if we go to the light world, we will actually be able to summon the bird. Wow, 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 whoa. Whoa. And of course we go right in the middle of a battlefield, because love is a battlefield after all. And yeah, so let's make our way back to Kakariko Village, which I think should be up. No, it's not up there. But actually, I don't think I've been here. What is this? So this lets us gain entry into this area. And I can only imagine that there's a warp here. Indeed. I'm guessing that that is for easy access to go to the Dark World. One of the things that I don't think I will ever actually get used to, is just the idea that the Link in this particular game sounds just like the Link from Ocarina of Time, the child Link. You know, nothing against child Link from the Ocarina of Time or his voice. It's just that it just comes off as a little weird. I don't know. It's just a little weird. It's a little out of place. So let's go. Let's go. Bum 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 bum. Ooh, wait. I thought they threw a bomb for me to like actually grab, not a bomb that was going to explode on my face. My mistake. Ooh. Hey, get over here. Nice. We do love our sword beams. So I think we're supposed to play the flute in front of the person, maybe? Either that or go to Kakariko Village and play it in front of the weather vane. I forget which is the one. So it's not... Okay, so it's not really here. Let's go to Kakariko Village in that case. Without hopefully getting hit. Making our merry way. Ah, B. You know, I know that one of the things that you can do in this game is get what you call a good bee. And what a good bee does is that when you release it, it attacks your enemies. And while that sounds wonderful, I don't know that there would be any instance where I would use a good bee instead of having a potion. Do you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like it would be like a waste of a resource slot. But I certainly love to know if that is something that you do. Okay, here it goes. And there it goes. It's a duck. At least it looks like a duck. So now we can call it at any point and they should be able to give us a lift. Boom! Nice, and so the idea is that each of these areas actually reflects one of the locations that roughly matches one of the dungeons in the Dark World, if I recall correctly. Of course, it would make more sense if we were in the Dark World. Let's go to 6. What is over? Oh, wonderful! I decided to. I pressed the wrong command. Sometimes I forget with the Switch that A button is actually confirm. And of course, we can't really activate these because they require the Titan's Mitt. Get me out of here. So I believe that the mirror should be all the way at point number 7, if I recall correctly. Ah, see, there it goes. Would you all just back off for a hot minute? Well, and we can actually call the bird here as well. Oh no, actually we can't. Never mind, the bird only exists in the light world. Wait, so what's the purpose then? Oh, come on. Way to take away my heart, by the way. Let's go in here. The Swamp Palace. And of course, this is more of a water palace. Let me not suggest that it is the same water palace as Ocarina of Time, of course, but it is a water palace. Hails, it is I, Sajrella. Objects in the light and dark worlds mimic one another. If the form of a thing changes in one world, it will change the shape of its twin in the other. And so the idea here is that we're supposed to go to the light world and activate something so that the puzzle is solved in this side of the world. Let's go ahead and do that. By the way, I feel like that particular not restriction, but how the way that works it's only actually true in certain parts of the game. I don't think it actually happens all the time. Like, let's say that if I was to destroy, I don't know, Hyrule Castle in the light world, I don't think that it would actually destroy the Pyramid of Power in the dark world. Oh, gosh. Sorry, I forget that these things... There is a way to destroy these things, but I think it's magic powder, and I don't want to pull that right now. Ah, run away from me. Run away from me. That doesn't make any sense. Of course I got hit. I love it. Can we actually just use our magic power? Magic powder. A bag of tricks makes toadstools for tricks. Beautiful. And at the very least, we are back to 100%. Let's go back to the other world. The world of light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, now we can go into this dungeon. The Swamp Palace. The Swampy Palace. And I'm assuming that this particular puzzle is also a sort of gear check, because I think up until this point, you probably could have gotten to most dungeons without having Zora's flippers. But it is only here that it is actually finally required. Correct me if I'm wrong, I've never actually tried not to have the Zora's flippers. Wait, what is that? Oh. Is that like a sort of germ? A sort of germ. Of course, it just hurts. It just hurts. Let's go in here. We don't have our sword beams anymore. That stinks. And of course, Stink Cloud is gonna keep getting at us. I don't like stink clouds. Let's go ahead and put a bomb here. Lamp oil, rope, bombs, and of course I don't know how to pull my menu because I'm a fool. I keep forgetting that the shield does nothing against incoming attacks like that. Ooh. Away with ye. I refuse your company. Ah, you got the map? Use it to see your current position and the rest of the dungeon. I forget what treasure we actually get here. Yeah, nothing's particularly obvious right now. I don't know what I need. But I'm sure that it will become very clear very soon. Let's keep going. Pull back my boomerang. The boomerang. I wish those stink clouds actually gave you like hearts or something like that. I don't think that they do. And there's a key door, and then there's a grate. Oh my gosh, I just keep losing hearts against these things. Oh right, they shock you too. Is there anything that's not dangerous in this game, by the way? And of course, it just has to have children. There's no way. There's just no way. What troublesome whelps. As if I was a pirate, they are whelps. And we have no key. Can we actually move this stone? It looks like a movable stone. What's the dealio here? What's the deal? So let's go up here, and that is where we got the map key. I knew it. I knew that it was going to be a key. I didn't tell you though. That's okay. So we move forward. We take the locked door, and we watch out for the Scullies. I can't believe that I assumed that I was ready for the third dungeon. Ails, what made you believe that you had already made it to the third dungeon? That's what I would like to know. Let's go ahead and pull the hammer in the whack-a-moles. How do we do this? Do we just push it from this side? And more water for us. I wonder what would have happened if we activated that before we got the key from that little skull object. Maybe the game would actually soft lock you or something like that. Soft locking, of course, is the best type of locking because it is gentle with you. Let's go back and put the boomerang. Nice, nice. And let me go ahead and do my thing. Of course, if anybody, sorry, well, how does my spiel go? Uh, Even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate the consumption of pure healthy water. Water, of course, the element which brings life, helps you stay hydrated, regulate your metabolics, and stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol consumption. So please, please drink up. And you know, one thing that I just realized is that my blocks are wrong. Let me turn off the modern speakeasy and put on the retro ratscaler. There he goes. Much, much better. Tonight there's no modernity today. It is all about the retro. Okay, some coins. Nothing particularly of interest here. It's interesting. What is the point of being in this area other than perhaps seeing what's on that side of the dungeon? No particular gains here. Actually, one question. Now that the water's been released, can we actually push it back? No, it doesn't seem like... No, wait, yes. Actually, it doesn't really do anything anymore. Now that the water's been let loose, it's gonna stay that way. And I feel like we're gonna need a ferry very quickly here. So as you can see, we can no longer go there. Even if we try diving, it's not gonna let us go into the other room anymore because it is flooded. And I'm surprised you can't just move this stone. Oh well. I didn't even want to move it. That's how petty I am. And of course it's a room full of stink clouds as well as those fish things that apparently seem to go throughout the entire bottom of the castle. So many things. It's like a bullet hell. What's up here? That's my question. Ooh. Eh? It's locked. Do you like that? Eh? It's locked. If you had the big key, you might be able to open it. Well, I think I will do that. Eh? Wait a second. I see a tongue. I must pull it. What about this one? No, it doesn't work that way. Interesting. Okay. Where's the map? What's my map showing here? This dungeon has 3 levels, which does not put me at ease. I generally like it when dungeons are smaller and more compact. Okay. Ooh, heart. Like Mati once said, heart. Would be a lot nicer if those creatures would actually give you... Wait, what? Come on. I knew that fish was gonna come out. I knew it. Gotta stay away from danger. Nice, another heart. What are the chances I get to a full set? Ooh, and now we've got the compass. So at this point, it should be able to let us see doors. I think that's the main function of a compass in the in A Link to the Past. I don't think it actually... Well, I guess it does show you the big chest. The big chest. But it doesn't really like show you small chests or anything like that, which is unfortunate because that would be great. Let's keep going. You know, I just noticed that where I walk, the water turns green. It's like this greenish puddle. And I don't remember that. That's kind of odd. Good. I was walking with my weapon unsheathed. Okay, so nothing more here. Let's go back. That should conclude that particular area of the dungeon. Let's go and try and see if we can go to the left. Hopefully map out the rest. Ba 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 ba. So many things. Come on, why? Okay, let me just destroy a few things, please. I'm gonna throw this. Beautiful. And take that thing out. Okay. And I think these things stop firing as long as there's no additional enemies on the battlefield. I think. I hope. I'm not too sure. Let's keep going over here. Ba 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 ba. And it's a bit of a puzzle, I want to say. Before we go in that direction, we could go up. Let's make the puzzle. Do the puzzle. The puzzle refuses us. We have been refused. We have been abolished. Let's keep going. Oh, that is terrible. Why are they doing this to me? I am out of here. Okay, so we still have that fire serpent. At least I think it's a fire serpent. That boy ails. You must confuse me with my son. That boy ails. Hello, Inigo. How are you doing this fine day? Good to see you. Ba 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 ba. Let's move. Let's mosey. Ah, that is obnoxious. There. Much better. Sort of. Take this thing out. Ah, of course. These things are so belligerent. Bellicose, warlike. Let's take this thing out. Oh no, that hideous sound again. I don't know that that's any better, but you know what, we'll take it. Okay, and now we've got water in that canal, which is, I want to say, probably a little bit better. A little bit, not by much. I guess we have to activate this thing, huh? There we go. And actually, before I move in that direction, let me see if I can actually push this thing somewhere. Probably not. There's no actual need to do that. Sorry, folks. I got a bit of the, trying to fix on my, headset over here. In case anybody's wondering, we are enjoying a delicious non-alcoholic beer from Athletic Brewing. It is a wheat beer known as Wheat's Peak. To your health. That is delicious. Okay, let's keep going downstairs. And of course, we were just here. Watch out for the electricity here. Whoa, way too close for comfort here. Honestly, I'm just fishing for hearts. Now that we've got the water in that part of the dungeon, we can actually go in. Which, nice. We can actually just skip through this entire thing. Very cool. And let's see what's in here. A heart. Nothing else of note, unfortunately. Ba 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 ba. Oh, come on. It's it's the thing where as soon as I go into the room, of course I'm going to get struck. Let's just keep going. Are there any bombable walls? Doesn't seem like it. Based on this particular layout, it doesn't seem like there should be one. I guess one thing that I will go ahead and praise A Link to the Past for is, gosh darn it, is the idea that I feel like moving through the map is equivalent to progression, in the sense that can't reach it. In the sense that you're generally working through very specific areas of the map in order to progress. And so, depending on how far you're in the dungeon, suggests how far you've actually completed it. At least that's how I read it. Did we do it wrong here? I feel like we did. We have messed up. Let me try and exit and see if I can come back and try again. Okay, so it's reset. I think we do one of these. Beautiful. Look at that. Progress. Let's see if destroying these things actually get us some hearts. We gotta stop depending on fairies and maybe start moving on to potions at some point. We've actually made it back to the first floor, which is nice because it's a pretty small set of rooms actually. So many things. Let's destroy as much as we can without going out there. Okay, what's in here? What's in here? What? These things cannot be defeated for some reason. No, that's not a bombable wall. And of course, this is a fire bar from Super Mario Bros. 1. And we got some holes there, which we gotta take one of them. Let's go. Nice. We chose the wrong one. Clearly, we chose the wrong one. Let's go back up there. Get back up there, soldier. And let's go in this direction, of course. And over here... Fortunately, it doesn't seem like we have to come back into this particular room for any specific purpose. Oh no. Of course. Ay. Why does it always have to be something like this? Guess what? We're gonna have to go back to that room. Guess what? Now, where's the nearest crystal switch? No idea. Maybe it was on the other side of this, I want to say. Yeah, there are blocks here. I don't know if that suggests that there is a switch, but we'll try. Yeah, so that's the switch right there. Okay, so now we're gonna attempt to go down, and of course we find that we actually can't go in that direction. How are we supposed to do that? This is confusing. Wait, how did it squeeze? Ugh. Wonderful. So we can't really go through there with this thing active. Blocks are down. I wonder if there's another crystal switch somewhere. Where haven't we been? Yeah, so we gotta remember to come back over there, unfortunately. We're back to the main room over here. take these things out. Whoa. Anybody's willing to give me a heart for my troubles? Of course not. Let's go through here. And there's an... Wait. No, this is the same exact switch from before. Maybe the idea is to hit the switch and then go through here. And maybe make our way that way, right? Which will be easier for us since we won't actually forget what we were doing. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, so we made it across. Oh, come on. They chase ya. They chase ya. Did you just redeem? I saw the text on the redeem before the redeem actually popped up. I was wondering, did I shut those off again? Did I shut off Inigo's calling card? Thank you for one more time. Of course, we always need that to survive. Survive and bive. Let's go in here. So we're gonna go all the way to the top one more time. This should be the last time we go through this room. I've seen it 2 times. I've seen it way too many times in my life. Come on, just move the block, please. Thank goodness for that. And let's go in here. What is that additional sound? Oh, it's one of these, huh? That's obnoxious. And we got the big key. The big key which leads us to the big 5, of course. Now anybody who is anybody knows who the big 5 are. There was that one that had the penguin. The others. So the nifty thing about having the big key means that we can actually go ahead and get the big treasure chest. Did I just miss the exit over there? Yes, no, maybe? We can't actually go in this direction. I'm watching The Karate Kid tomorrow and Bring Her Back. It's a horror movie in theaters. So are you watching them back to back? By the way, what is have you enjoyed the other Karate Kid movies in Igo? I definitely want to watch it at some point. I don't think that I'll go watch it in the theaters though. I saw like the first 3 Karate Kids when I was a kid, and then I saw the new one with Jaden Smith, and so this one looks good. I also never saw the Cobra Kai show. Yup, back to back. And I didn't watch the movies, but Cobra Kai on Netflix was very good. Yeah, I've heard really good things about that particular show, and I'm wondering how. Like, if it's a continuation of that story in any sort of way. I know that the protagonist in that show is like the rival of Daniel as opposed to Daniel himself, but I'm not sure. Again, I haven't seen it myself. Boy, that sound is obnoxious. If only there was a way to like shut it off. Shut it down. Let's see. So I'm going off of that. That sounds like a good idea. What's the premise of Bring Her Back? I feel like I've heard about it, but I might just be imagining things. I imagine a lot of things. Oh, goodness. I just ate that. I ate that like a fresh piece of pie. Wonderful. Okay, let me pause here for a second. As I like to say, all my love to long ago. Wonderful. So let's continue and let's get that brick treasure. Oh, it's the hook shot. Boing! It extends and contracts, and boing! It can grapple many things. I wonder if they're suggesting that the hook shot itself actually has sentience and that it speaks by saying boing. Now, of course, the nice thing about the hook shot is the that you can latch onto certain parts of the across the map, across chasms, and do that sort of thing, so you can navigate things a little more easily. As long as there's something that you can latch onto anyways. I don't think there's anything on the left side anymore. We're gonna just go north. And let's go over here. Take that hook shot. This door requires a key. We won't be able to reach that just yet. It's about bro and sis uncover a witness terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother. I feel like I've heard that premise before, but maybe it's a different movie. Well, hopefully it's a good one. Definitely a fan of good horror. Okay, let's go on this side. Can't go over there, unfortunately. Oh, but we can just go up here. So we can do that. And there's our key. There is our key. Let's go. Giddy up. We actually have to bring back those pots. Nice. It's been getting good reviews and looks creepy. It sounds like a good time. I have not gone to the theater since I went to go see Thunderbolts. And it's probably going to be another long while before I get another chance to go. Definitely miss going regularly. We'll have a good time when I go. Let's see, where are we here? So we're getting relatively close to the main boss here. But there's got to be other stuff because we do have a whole second other basement down there. I saw Stitch last week and I absolutely adored it. They did change some from the base animated movie and people are calling it whitewashed. I don't know. I think it was good. So I know that folks were complaining about like they changed one of the characters and the villain is different or something like that, and they removed one complete character. I've only ever seen Lilo and Stitch once, so I don't necessarily have like super great memory about how it went. But I will say that it's unfortunate that some folks feel like the changes were made at a detriment to the movie. I don't know. I haven't been able to check it out myself. I do want to see it at some point though. That was a kind of a fun movie. And Mission Impossible was boring to me until the last 30 minutes. I'm assuming it had far more action. One thing that I did hear about was that this particular Mission Impossible did a lot more reminiscing than a lot of the previous ones, and so I don't know, maybe it was just caving under its own weight, like the weight of the franchise, and maybe they wanted to like wrap it up in a like a thoughtful way. The question is how what is the likelihood of Tom Cruise doing any more of these movies, right? I don't know. Ooh, what is this? Why is this hallway so tiny? You know, let's go to the basement first. I feel like we need to go to the basement first. Ooh, and there's treasures. Unfortunately, that... Get away from me, you. We're just gonna have to swim through this, I think. And we can't actually go anywhere until the water is drained, which I'm assuming we will be able to do in the top floor. Can we actually destroy this thing? No, it doesn't seem like it. Nice. It seems like we can actually destroy these things safely by using the hook shot. We're not getting shocked, which is always a plus. Imagine that not getting shocked is a luxury in this game. Let's see. Let's see. The movie itself tries to have this message of nothing is written in stone and everything is not made up by chance. one, but all decisions is what makes reality. I don't know, I could buy that propaganda since Tom Cruise legit does the impossible. Well, he is fighting age somehow, but it's all that acting money and it's all that Scientology money, I guess. I'm not gonna take anything away from the man. I think it's impressive that he does his own stunts and all that stuff at this particular age. So let him do the thing that he wants to do, I suppose. Oh, come on. What is this? Let's pull this tongue now. No. And we're about to die again. How many times can we actually do this? How is it that these things just keep pelting you like... That is frustrating. Bring me back to life. Just go away. Thank you. You know what? I'm going to assume that there's nothing here. I'm basically wasting my time. So obnoxious. Let's go down here. Okay, so this should actually get the water level. Ooh, but we can't... Huh. How do we... Can we actually just pull this thing? We can only go from the other side, unfortunately. It's not gonna work out that way. Don't tell me it's this room that has something that we're missing. Okay. Is there a bomb somewhere? Why? Just stop firing. Guys, come on, it's okay. This is ridiculous. Okay. Now, is this the thing that we have to hit? I'm gonna say no. This is a waste of time, yet again. Oh my gosh. Of course I just walked into it. Let's see, crazy lately how Scientology's been getting a bad rap lately, calling it a cult, while Cruise is the most notorious, basically the mascot of them. Well, he gets praised for his acting and how he is outside the studio is kind of a conundrum, because in the interviews he seems like a standout guy. Well, I mean, there's something to be said about how to say, just partitioning that part of his life. I think that you could, you know, admire the person for acting while still saying that he's doing a lot of people wrong by his involvement with Scientology, which I do firmly believe. Save and continue. Not gonna take that away from anybody, and if they choose to have him as a if they choose to idolatrize him, so not idolatrize him, but certainly be a fan of his. I'm not gonna take that away from anybody, but I calls them as I sees them. We got ads starting in about 3 minutes, folks. So you know what? We're probably gonna go ahead and take that ad. I might actually step out of the dungeon in order to get those fairies back. I don't think we're actually going to be able to pull this off without any more fairies. So yeah, let's do this. We will be back with more The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Aelwolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the world's least interesting man, alias Maximus. And welcome back to stream, folks. We are playing The Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, and we are going to go get some fairies because we've got none, and we're going to get destroyed without them. So let's go find some. Oh, watch out for these things. So, let's see if any... Oh my gosh. Any of the locations that the bird visits gives us fairies. Of course, I know that there's like a bubble here, but I don't want to use that particular... what do you even call it? Location? I don't want to use that method to get fairies. Another thing that I just noticed is that we had 999 rupees, so let's go ahead and spend that. Maybe let's go ahead and spend some in Lake Hylia. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think that if we drop enough rupees in Lake Hylia, we can actually get upgrades to our arrows and bombs. So let's do that before we go and get fairies. There we go. And wait, why would I didn't want to summon. No. Can you just let me go? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, and so we should be able to drop, I think, 100 rupees at a time. Or 50 rupees. Big trouble. Wonderful. Would you stop playing that thing? Seriously. Yes. Throw a bunch. I wish it would be you could just throw all of them at the same time. 25. I wonder if those actually make any difference on you. Yeah, it's just throw the 25. And so fairy. Let's keep on carrying more bombs. Thank you very much. Now, if there was a good way to speed this up, I think the maximum that you can carry for both is 50. At least that's how far I'm willing to take it. Just in case I ever run out of these. Just a little luck. Just a little bit. And 50 is our number. Hey, the music didn't change. Nice, nice. Now let's go for arrows. I feel like we probably spend more arrows than bombs. I sure hope that by the time that you are actually able to upgrade both bombs and arrows, that you end up having the best luck ever. One more time. So let me raise the arrows up to 50, see what happens. And throw another bunch. This is what we call pro streaming. Everybody loves to see this, right? Let's go one more time. And throw a bunch. So more arrows. Maximum of 50. Very nice. Okay. Now let's see if we can actually even increase the arrows. It would be so much nicer if you could throw all of the rupees at the same time, then this wouldn't be so tedious. Okay, so what happens if we actually choose more arrows? It just keeps going. You know what? Maybe that's it for us. We're at 500. I actually can't stop. Let's do it up to 60. I can't imagine that we'll ever need don't do it. Wait, what? Throw some rupees. Throw a few. Oh, for some reason I thought that I had actually reached the maximum. Big trouble. We do love that big trouble. We are troublemakers at heart. And let's go for one more arrow round just so that we can use those without having to worry too much about it. Okay, so let's leave it at 60 arrows. I don't think we need to spend any more money here. So not bad. We just lost 600 coins in something that might not ever really come into play, but you know what? We're here for it. Carry me. Thank you. Thank goodness for that. Where could be a place for fairies? Let's check out spot number 5. And what is this? This seems like a warp. I hear fairies. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we're in this business. Keep it in a bottle. Oh, come on. Well, fortunately, we can just step back out. Let's remember that this is where we find fairies. I know that, you know, moving forward, it'll be unlikely that we'll continue to use fairies, especially as the amount that they net you is not as much as using a potion, but I think maybe this might be the last dungeon where we rely on them. Yeah, it might be a good idea. And I think we can just go ahead and travel. Let me just go ahead and open up this particular path just for posterity. And there it is. And there it is. We don't actually need to go in here. Well, let's just go in here and see what's on the other side. I'm actually rather curious. Bum bum. Let's go in here. Ooh, who are you? Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. I don't want to hear it. I'm not interested in talking to people who don't have rupees. It's interesting how this game actually kept some of the what do you call it, like some of the gossip or some of like the hints that you would have in the first Legend of Zelda, the second Legend of Zelda, and then I feel like that stuff kind of went away. I feel like the games became a lot more less about like finding random hints and more about just following a particular storyline, and you would have somebody that would tell you where to go, like Kipora Gibora, but you wouldn't have like just like random hints laying about everywhere. So it's kind of nifty to see that callback. Okay, so let's go back to spot number 7. And of course I forget how we actually get to the other side. Do we actually just use the mirror? Oh, right, we can't actually... I forget that somehow... I sometimes forget how the mirror works. And I know that there's like a location here, right? But we actually have to use the bird to actually get in here. Ah, wrong tool. And let's go. So is it? No, that doesn't make any sense. Is our mirror here? I honestly thought that we would be at a location where it would actually give us the position for a mirror. What's spot number 4? Ah, that's just our house. That's just our house. So, seriously, we can't use the mirror. Yeah, it's like the mirror is locked off somewhere. There, that's where it is. Maybe if we take the bird in that direction, maybe that makes sense. Let's go. Okay, so let's go to spot number 5. So now we can just take the mirror, right? Wonderful. Let's put the boomerang back on. Though I feel like the hook shot might be the better weapon. Whoa. It's too bad we can't use the bird for this. And of course we can't really travel back through here, so we're gonna have to take the long way. The really long way. Get away from you. These things are so tough. I can't wait to get a stronger sword. Okay, let's just keep moving. We're gonna get assaulted. No, 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 you don't. No, you don't. Come on. 3 hearts? What was that? Ah, wild. What a, what would you call it? Like a, not a conundrum. What word am I thinking of? What a miserable situation. A misery business, if you will. Like, you have all these all-powerful beams, but somehow most enemies just, like, resist them. Come on, how many hits do you actually take? Wild, folks, wild. And let's go this way. Oh wait, but this is just the pyramid of power. Can we not actually just go down? Yeesh. How is this so hard? No. Wonderful. I love it. Like McDonald's, I'm loving it. Why is there guards? Why is there guards? They should technically all just be beasts in this world. I don't know about you, but that's how I read it. Let's go ahead and get our hammer. Because it is hammer time. Wrong weapon. And put the hook shot back on. Oh no, there it goes. Come on, just turn around. Okay. Are we actually headed in the right direction? Now, it seems like we have to go here, right? And of course, that's our house in the real world. In the real world, of course. What is over here? Is there just nothing? Interesting. I bet I already checked this out, but it's fine. It is fine. I keep moving back and forth between screens here. It must be a little jarring. Apologies for that. Okay, and we're right next to it. Come on. Okay, good. I guess question now, do we even need the water at this point? Guess we'll have to figure it out. Huh, we can't actually progress without that water. Fine. Fine, be that way. I thought that once we actually had it, that would be the last of it. Let's go. I didn't know that the water was gonna reset. So that's curious. Just grab it, just grab it. Ah, so much madness. Madness, Ails returns. And let's go back. Okay, good. The Swamp Palace. Swampy Swamp Palace. I know that we're supposed to go to the first basement and then make our way north. North past the big chest. So let's go ahead and try and do that. See how well we fare. Here's hoping that a few things opened up ever since we got the hook shot. In fact, let me just put that weapon. That is a high quality H2O. And the hookshot kind of becomes like your new de facto boomerang, I think. It works in a similar way at the very least. Of course, the only problem with the hookshot itself is that it doesn't actually... you can't actually move until it returns. So it makes things just a little bit more tricky. Can you actually go to the other side? I can't believe I already lost my beams. Yeah. Whoa, why did I just walk into that thing? Let me not even stick around here. Again, it's just that sort of situation where you're fine, you're walking along, life is good, LG. And then of course, you just bump into something. Heart, please. No, of course not. Okay, let's go down. Come on, let's make it up here. Please just make it. There we go. Okay, so... oh, we can just use the hook shot to move around. There we go. Honestly, I'm mostly trying to see if I can get a heart somewhere. Run. Come on, don't. Ugh. Why does it have to be so difficult? How about a random fairy from somewhere? Okay. And let's go north. This is where things started going wrong. Naturally. Oh, I totally whiffed that. Come on, just... take these little tykes out using a heavily specialized tool. Ooh, nice. Finally, some goodness coming out. And this should lead us to one of the basement entrances. But I remember this actually didn't achieve anything. Let me try the other door first. See if anything in particular opens up. Hit that thing. And that one goes down. This one goes up. Watch out. Watch out. Okay, so this thing, I don't think we ever went down this hallway. And destroyed. Let's go down here. Nice, and this will allow us to actually drain the water, I think. Beautiful. Okay, so the water is drained. Let's see what else we can collect down here, since we're already in this area. What exactly happens if we go back up? I hope it doesn't reset. That would stink. And no, we're not going back in here. Okay, good, the water stayed drained. Only one way to go. Whoa, not more of those stink clouds. Let's go all the way down, see what's there. And watch out. What's in here? Ooh, treasure. Some rupees for our troubles. This actually leads us all the way back up. We don't really need to go in that direction. We can if we want to, but it's kind of a dead end. Let's keep moving forward. That was just a gift for exploring, which is nice. Okay, let's keep moving forward. Try and stay away from those stink clouds. What's in here? Are any of these doors? One of them has got to be a door. I can clearly see that one of them is a door. There we go. And nice thing about this is you don't really have to wait for them to become unelectrified. Let's actually go through the other door because this clearly leads us back up into the boss room. I want to see what was on the other side. In the dark. Wait, there's a door. Ouch. Ouch. What was that about? So, some supplies, but nothing particularly great. I really just wanted hearts or a fairy or something like that. Let's go back. Go back through the... Oh, jeez. Just knock it off. Thank goodness for that. Okay, now we go north. Take this thing down. Beautiful. Wait, what? It's funny how they called you back. They basically just call you back to say, hey, destroy me, please. I beg you. And watch out for those things. Come on, just dive. Do you ever just enjoy how I'm pleading with the game? And of course, the game doesn't actually care that I'm pleading. Why are my... Oh, this is terrible. I can't. Okay, we're just gonna try and destroy these things. No, it doesn't actually work. They're just stuck there. Hilarious. I am confused as to why there's no way to actually destroy these things. I'm basically hitting them right there. This is so unusual. Okay. How about we place a bomb? Is that gonna do anything? Does the bomb cross like levels? No, it just hurts us. Of course it just hurts us. What else might be worth? No. Hammer. I am literally just bashing their brains in, and they refuse to acknowledge me. They refuse to acknowledge the tribal chief. What else might be good? Yeah, I'm gonna say that this is... There's nothing that you can do here other than like take the hits and move on. So let's do that. I might actually go down the ladder one more time. Yeah, there is a ladder here. So silly. Any... No, of course not. Every time you go back to a room where you assume that you might get like recovery items, the game doesn't feel it. Like they know what you're trying to do. They're like, nope, no thanks. Just no, I wanted that. Oh wow. We can't actually go in that direction. So if we just swim without diving, we have a slightly better chance of... There's our key. Good. Just go up, go up, go up. Just go. Wow. I am fighting for my life here. I am honestly trying to just like swim past these things and get up the ladder. And the game's like, nope. Okay, so we made it up here one time. It is probably the one time we're gonna get a chance to do this. There we go. And let's hope to goodness that there's a fairy that we can catch. I'm taking it slowly just in case there is one. I'm going to say that there probably isn't one, huh? No, of course not. Why are we here? Just go, just go, just go, just go. Okay. Never going down in that water again. And I think this is the end of it. I think this is where we start on the boss. So let me actually go ahead and create a save state. I really don't want to try to do that section of the dungeon anymore. And we'll have to do it from here. Oh, and let me switch weapons. There's a good chance that we might have to use the hook shot for this one. Wait, what? Oh, wow. Okay, so we have to pick off these things, but they're way too close for us. I'm sure that at some point it's going to start moving more quickly, isn't it? Nice. Okay, we haven't lost one more fairy yet. Whoa. Ah, and down we go. I think we have 2 more fairies, so this is one chance. Keep moving, keep moving. And it has 1 more. After that, we should be able to attack directly, I assume. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Nice. Kick his butt, sea bass. Down it goes. Wolf's kiss. Whew. And all I had to do was believe in myself. Imagine that. That's probably one of the one of the few times where I've actually been able to finish a dungeon in a single sitting. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Not bad, not bad, folks. Ails, thanks to you, I was able to escape from the clutches of evil. Thank you. The Triforce will grant the wishes of whoever touches it, as long as that person lives. That is why it was hidden in the Golden Land. Only a select few were told of the location. But at some point, that knowledge was lost. The one who rediscovered the Golden Land was an evil thief named Ganondorf. Luckily, he couldn't figure out how to return to the Light World. So this must be the... I'm pretty sure that in the original game, he wasn't called Ganondorf. He was probably just Ganon, because the first time he was Ganondorf was in Ocarina of Time. Well, remember that you have magical powers, which only the hero can make use of. I don't know about that, I'm sure there's magicians out there, like the Dark Magician. There are some other magical warping points, like the one you saw on Death Mountain. By using them, you can go between the two worlds and find the evils hidden in the Dark World. You are the only one who can destroy Ganondorf, the thief. No! Ganon, the evil king of darkness. Do you understand? Yes, yes I do. May the way of the hero lead the Triforce. And cheers to that. Okay, so let's see. By my estimate, we have about 20-25 minutes left. Maybe let's go hunting for some hearts. And in order to do that, let me go ahead and pull up the thing that I referenced in order to find some hearts. Link to the heart pieces. So I'm looking at the Zelda Dungeon Wiki. I believe I've got... Let me see. So according to this, we have 0 pieces of heart available right now, which means that we finished at a multiple of 4. I'm going to say that we got all the way up to 12 heart pieces. Heart piece number 13. Atop the Pyramid of Power, climb down the first set of stairs. I think we did that. We did that as well. I think we need to go to heart piece number 16. Titan's Mid, this and that. Okay. So heart piece number 16 is in the Ghostly Garden in the Dark World. Travel to the north side of the garden by using the Pegasus boots to break the piled rocks. I think we did that. Okay. So location, Village of Outcasts. Let's go to the Village of Outcasts, shall we? Now, easier said than done. And of course now there's Koopa Paratroopas. Those things, if I recall correctly, just randomly bomb you. And we don't need to go in that direction. But of course we're gonna keep moving back and forth like silly people that we are. My throat is particularly itchy today. Unfortunately, I actually gave a presentation today at my job, and that just irritates my throat a lot. So even though I haven't really stopped speaking tonight, I can tell you that I've been a couple of steps away from just coughing a lot. But that is what we do. We put on the, what do you call it? We strap our boots. Is that the saying? We strap our boots and we go forward with it. That fella doesn't like us, huh? I think he's gonna spit out something. Whoa. Let's go to the Village of Outcasts. because after all, we are outcasts ourselves. Okay, so is this... let me see. Enough rupees to play the game of chance. Enter... Okay, so that's an arrow place. That's not gonna help us. What is this? Trying to figure out how we actually get there. Ah, more bees. How do we get? We have to go from down, I suppose. Okay. Welcome to the treasure field. The object is to dig as many holes as you can in 30 seconds. Any treasures you dig up will be yours to keep. It's only 80 rupees to play. What do you say? I think that's actually another one of the... yeah, enough rupees to play the digging game. Treasure field is found. Pay the operator 80 rupees to play the digging game, where you get to dig up as many treasures. Once he lends you his shovel for the minigame, start digging right away. And the piece of heart is random. So let me go ahead and make a suspend point here, simply because I don't want to have to repeat this and waste all my money. All my money? Then I will lend you a shovel. When you have it in your hand, press the A button to start digging. Let's go. By the way, I also have a shovel. Why couldn't I just use mine? It doesn't matter where I dig because this is supposed to be completely random. Time's up. 542. Is that more or less than I had? 505, so I will just continue. Come back again, I will be waiting for you. Okay, let's try one more time. If I go back here, will the pot field actually reset? That is the question of the day. Let's go ahead and do that. Equip a boomerang. Yes, let's do it. 543. Let's go in here. How lucky are we gonna get today? Is this what the rest of the stream is gonna be? We'll see. Okay, come on. Ooh! There's our piece of heart, nice. Game's over. Like Zeep Zoolander from Bots Masters used to say, game over. So that was heart piece number 18. I really need to go back to 16. Lift up the rocks. When you arrive at the north side, you should see a sword ladder. And bomb the northern wall to get out. Okay. And that is in the ghostly garden. But I think we've already got that. We're going for heart piece number 17, which is also in the village of outcasts. Let's try and see exactly where that might be found. The secrets of the cloud, as they used to say back in the day. I don't know that this is... you can actually go through here without Titan's Mitt. This looks troublesome. No. Let's find another way in. You have to go through the north. But how do we actually head in that direction? Oh, right. I think we go to the Pyramid of Power, go west, sorry, go east, and then go north. That makes the most sense. Bam, bam. It's gonna be quite a bit of a walk, unfortunately. Uh, so we're at Link's house. We just have to keep going east. Crazy how little the range of this weapon is. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. The unfortunate thing about the hookshot is that it doesn't really stun as well as the boomerang, I find. Again, it also just immobilizes you in place until it comes back to you. It's all coming back to me. Can I just go through? No, of course not. Let's break out the hammer. Because it is Hammer Bros time. Bring back the... Honestly, if I just had a nickel for every single time I pull up the map instead of the submenu, I would have a lot of nickels. Ooh. When given the choice, I will definitely just stay away. Swing away. Swing away. Watch out! What was it in that the Austin Powers movie when they slowed down the speed of how people were talking? What is it? Elizabeth Hurley. No, not Elizabeth Hurley. What am I talking about? You know, the second protagonist from Austin Powers. I forget what her name is. Miss Kensington? I think her name was Miss Kensington. Of course, I don't remember. I thought it was Elizabeth Hurley, but I'm pretty sure that that's the lady from Saved by the Bell. Anyway, she's just like, watch out! Watch out! Okay. Is this a... Yes, we can just lift it off. Okay, can we just make it... There we go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And we got one of those talking trees one more time. Watch out! Ugh! I'm telling watch out to myself. Come on, how many times can you actually just eat the same... What's up here? I feel like there should be like a cave, but I think that's just in the light world. Okay, so number 17... Number 16 is in the Ghostly Garden, which we did. Is there one over here in the graveyard though? I feel like there was supposed to be one. Our piece number 20. Need the Titan's Mitt and Magic Hammer. Okay, so let's go find that chance game. Over yonder. How many hits will it take to get to the center of this Tootsie Roll? What's in here? Nothing. It's like a cave of some sort. Can you just explode? Thank you. The Sanctuary. Yay, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. Nope, I don't want to hear it. I'm not interested in talking to people who don't have rupees. Well, aren't you a lively one? Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Let's keep going here. Oh, the range on these bombs is wild. And oof, I almost just got attacked by that piranha plant. And we can just attack these fellas. I guess the nice thing is that the sword beams do stop projectiles. That's certainly one plus. One plus. Not the greatest, not the bestest, but good enough. What's in here? It's a... Oh, it's one of these fortune tellers. You look like you might have an interesting destiny. May I tell your fortune? No. I think not. Not today. Ooh. Can we actually switch to bug catching net, please? Such a missed opportunity. Yes. Keep it in a bottle. I wonder if we step back out, step back in and step back out, if we'll actually be just as lucky. Yes. Yes, why did I not? Yes. Thank goodness for that. I was a little short on my fairies. Okay, so we made it to the village of outcasts. And we're looking for a game of chance. And that one should be in like this little hut all the way to the east. Oh, sorry, the west. The Wild West, of course. Boom. Take this fellow out. And I do believe that there was another heart piece at the top over here. But I do believe that we've already got that one. The Ghostly Garden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that. Okay, so let's go to the game of chance. Just give me one chance. Let me wet my whistle, as I like to say. Today we are drinking some non-alcoholic wheat beer from Athletic Brewing. To your health. Delicious. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Okay, so let's keep going. Anything else here? This seems like a toothsome search. This is the village of outcasts. People without rupees are not welcome here. That's certainly an interesting name for itself. Like, why would you go out of your way to call your own village the village of outcasts? Is it like something that, you know, they had a town hall meeting and they said, so what should we call ourselves? Like, what's good for tourism? How about the village of outcasts? After, of course, that band called Outcast. Let's see. Hi, may I help you? You can open 2 chests for 30 rupees. Why don't you play? Let's do it. Alrighty, kid. Good. Choose well and good luck. And we're gonna cheat the system, of course. We're gonna create a suspend point. Because we are cheaters. We like to cheat. Cheap trick. What looks like it has a piece of heart. And there's Mario, of course. Not good enough. And that's solid because we got more coins than what we started out with. Let's go ahead and step out. Yes, let's do it again. Not useful. I almost feel like just reloading. Let's hope I'm lucky today. That's good. No. At least it seems like we have more money. Let's say that if we ever drop under 500, that I'll just I'll reset. Let's go with... Let's do it. 50. Okay, that's still good. Ooh, you found that piece of heart. Beautiful. Didn't actually have to do it that many times. I like it. Okay, so that's 2 pieces of hearts. We played the digging game, of course. The next one is at the base of Death Mountain in the Dark World. Acquired a hookshot and the magic cape. Travel south of the item shop. We don't have the magic cape yet, unfortunately. So maybe what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and find the Skull Woods. Let's do some exploring of the village of Outcast, though. Especially since we've only got like 5-ish minutes or so. There's really not much to... I don't really want to start something. I don't want to start something that I can't finish. Even though that's kind of what I do every day. And swing that wild sword, boy. What else is in here? We just have chickens, like random chickens here. Is this like a bombable place? It looks like it. Let's check it out. Sorry about that. I keep attacking the chickens. Ooh, what is this place? Oh my gosh, come on. And nothing in here, but there's definitely a treasure chest right there. Ooh, and is that like enough to give us 9999999? Not quite enough, but certainly a good number, I want to say. Oh, more bees. The bad ones. The ones that don't produce honey, of course. Honey and bunches of oats. This is the village. Okay, same exact thing. I get it. I get it. You want me to have rupees. I have all the rupees. Please don't steal from me. I forget, in this game, can they actually steal from you? I feel like, at least in the woods, there was like an opportunity for you to get stolen from. Ooh, what is... Hello? Oh, we can't actually get there without the Titansmith, huh? I'll save you, Kermit. Oh, I'm trying. I can't. Okay, I'll save you later. What is this? Oh, and of course we were here earlier. Except we didn't play the arrow game. Arrowed. Oh, and unfortunately we got ads starting very soon. I'm gonna skip this one, I'm gonna snooze this one, but by the time the next one pops in, we're gonna just have to wrap up. So you have been warned. I have given you a way out before the next ad pops up. That is that is your one and final warning. Let's continue doing just a bit more exploration of the village of outcasts. And of course with those moves, where are we gonna get? There's no way we're gonna get there. So we've been here, there's a ghost there. For some reason, in the village of outcasts, there's also ghosts. Never mind the fact that we have outcasts, we also have ghosts. And we can't really go through here. I know that this is like where the blacksmiths live in the light world. Unfortunately, we can't cross here without the Titansmith. Mr. Titansmith. Mr. Anderson. Let's go in here, this seems interesting. Legitimately. Can you imagine if any time somebody were to suggest or were to say, try to say legit, they actually went for the whole word and said legitimately. I'm gonna start doing that. You heard it here first, folks. In such a dangerous world, you may need many things. Select something that you like. I like none of your wares, thank you very much. Not today. Not today. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum. Okay. And did we already go into this house? Oh, the bee, golden bee, and you can actually buy a fairy. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Imagine that. Stranger things have happened. What is in here? How dare you shoot at me from all the way over there? How dare you? If you want to fire at me, you have to be close range. Close range solicitors only. And see that person over there wants to be a thief. Oh no 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 no! You're gonna make me fall prey to the thievery, aren't you? And the problem with the thieves is that you can't actually like destroy them. You kind of just have to like shove them away from you, which is kind of annoying. I wish it was a slightly different mechanic. So we've been there. What's in here? That's the treasure chest game. We just did that. We just did that. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? And of course, we can't really lift this. I think this is... Oh. Level 4, Thieves Town. We're not doing this yet. We gotta go to level 3, folks. We gotta do this in order. Away from me, thief. See, I would have become that had I played Link's Awakening and I had stolen the bow and arrow, which is like, what, 980 rupees? I think that's what it is, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. Can I rewind? I don't want to open it just yet because I have no space for it. So we'll have to remember to come back to this. Somebody make a marker right there. We're gonna just go ahead and head to the 3rd dungeon. And ooh, this seems interesting. Oh, just hearts. But yeah, we'll just start making our way to the dungeon, and as soon as we reach the dungeon, I think we'll just call it for a night. It's been a busy night. Oh, wait a second. And this is... I thought there was like a thief's house here, right? Huh. Maybe I'm missing something. Ouch. How dare you. I walked right into that one. And we definitely can't go that way, unfortunately. Thieves Town. Ad is about to start. Let me find a safe spot to like just save. We're gonna just end it here at the fortune teller. With that, let's go to intermission, shall we? All right. Well, that was solid. We were able to complete one full dungeon, which is certainly something that we haven't been able to achieve in quite some time. I feel like generally for dungeons in A Link to the Past, it's been taking me anywhere between 2 and 3 sessions. So the fact that we actually got through this one relatively quickly makes me happy. I've enjoyed my time playing A Link to the Past so far. But I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it until the later levels when I have a little more defense, a little more of a tool set. Which is kind of odd. You should kind of enjoy your entire ride through a journey. But I feel like just me knocking into enemies a lot and having to rely on fairies has just been kind of a headache. Anyways, that's enough of me gabbing. I generally stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Mctastic. It is good to see you. Give me 1 second here to drink this up. Let me do my usual spiel here. Of course, water, please drink water. It is the element which brings life. Not only does it help you stay hydrated, but also helps you stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol consumption if you are happening to enjoy some of that at the time. But yeah, thank you so much for popping in. Really appreciate that. Let me see if I can actually pull off the no, that's how does this work again? Can I actually give you a shout out without you actually saying anything? No, of course not. It's gonna prevent me from doing so. Well, how do we do it the old-fashioned way? I think it's Ah, there we go. That's the command. I used to remember how to stream back in the day. Kindly give a follow to our fellow fruity Nicktastic. I have never actually visited your stream, but I should certainly correct that mistake. Thank you so much for popping in. Where was I? Yeah, so I stream on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, I do The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. And either Thursdays or Fridays, I will be playing Banjo Tooie and what is it, Baldur's Gate. This week it'll actually be on Friday, so tune in around noon Pacific Daylight Time for Banjo Tooie, followed by another session of Baldur's Gate, which is a game that I very much enjoy. Baldur's Gate 3, that is. All that being said, thank you so much everyone for popping in. Let's go ahead and actually find a raid target. I know it's not your responsibility, it's not something that you need to do, but I highly recommend you stick around for the raid simply because, well, it would mean a lot to me. I don't know. What else do you want me to say? It would mean a lot. Let's go raid our friend Retro Jenny, who seems to be doing some Super Mario 64. So you can't go wrong with that, right? It's I wish that I could be playing Super Mario 64 right about now. This is our raid message for viewers, and this is our raid message for followers. So feel free to copy one of those. And let's go ahead and end this the right way. As I like to end these things, stay thirsty, LPAC. We will see you again.